What's going on YouTube? Mike with Backroad Explorers here again with another Ryker video. Like the title says, this is a review from a Harley guy. This Ryker is a Ryker Rally 2019 edition. It's been fairly customized. It's not done. This is mostly for you new riders out there that haven't rode before or looking into buying a three-wheel motorcycle or a two-wheel motorcycle. This is my 2009 Heritage Sawtail Harley Davidson. Purchased this 4 years ago. I'm a long-time rider. I've been riding probably off and on past pretty close to 40 years, so I'm an experienced rider. I want to give you a little bit of review on this Raleigh Ryker. Can-Am was pretty smart when they come out with this model in 2019. Their Spider, the bigger brother, the Spider, I think they come in around 16,000 for the F3, and they go up from there, and I think they go up to almost 30 grand. The touring models are around 30 grand, I believe, 27 to 30. You can get a 600 version of this bike for like $84.99, which and they all come black, basic black. And as you can see, this one here, I have wrapped this in yellow flames, and there's a lot of different things you can do to these bikes to fix them up, put the windshields on them. This one has floorboards, comfort seat, back seat. Like I said, there's a lot of different things you can do to them. This Rally edition, I think it was $10,999. Might as well say $11,000. And the Rally edition has bigger, I think, bigger rims, bigger tires. It doesn't have the full back fender there. Comes with the Rally edition comes with the max mount, which you put the seat on, or a bag. There's the front rims. The base model, I think, they just come with the smaller tires and the smaller rims. And this one also has this Rally edition has a KYB suspension, which the 600 and the 900 don't have that. It's an adjustable suspension. You can turn it up to 1 to 4. Depends on how soft or hard you want to ride. I've had this Rally on the gravel back roads before. It does pretty well. It probably wouldn't do too good like if you're doing like trail riding or anything like that. You could probably do trail riding on these, but I wouldn't recommend it. But if you live in a rural area with a lot of gravel roads, stuff like that, these are pretty decent. And this bike here will do pretty good on the highway too. It's also got the 900cc Rotax motor. The base models have a 600cc Rotax motor. One of the good things about these bikes, I'm going to go over all the good things about them. Has a manual transmission, which is really good for your beginner rider. There's no shifting involved. You just twist the throttle and go. There's no clutch. You have one brake down there that controls all 3 wheels. Another thing that's really good for, you can adjust the handlebars right here. This lever flips up and down. You can lock it down. You can move it back and forth. There's other aftermarket stuff that you can put risers on these. You can put different handlebars on these. The floorboards, I put those on there probably a couple months ago. These are what the original floorboards look like. They were pigs, I mean, and they connect in there, and you can pull this up and move this back and forth. Right now with this floorboard on here, I have to take that floorboard off of there to move it back and forth, so I can't show you how it moves back and forth. But with these pegs on there, you just click it up, move it back, forward, whatever, more comfortable for you. Right now they're moved all the way to the front because I'm a tall rider. One of the other things that is, it sits low, so if you're short you can easily get on and off. You don't have to put your feet on the ground like you do a 2-wheeler, so that's another good thing. This Rally Edition right here, it has Eco, Sport, and the Rally mode on it. The Eco, it's good for like the stabilization when you're riding. You want to be more safe going around corners, and if you're taking corners really fast, the stabilization will keep you from doing really too much on it, getting too crazy, and it'll kind of help keep your 3 wheels on the ground. You can put it in sport mode and it'll do burnouts. It take off a little bit quicker off the line. Gives you a little bit more control in your corners and stuff like that. And your Rally mode is put that in. It gives you a little bit more leeway, like if you want to do if you're going off-road and stuff like that. It kind of gives you a little bit more room for that kind of stuff. Another thing, these things are really good for customizing. Like I said, they all come in black. The first things we did, this is actually my wife's bike. She's in training right now, and we've had this bike for over a year. And you can look back on one of my videos on why I'm riding this Ryker to kind of give you the story on what she's doing right now and why she's not got her license yet. But she's going in September at the end of September of 2020 to go back to do more training. We had yellow panels put on right here. That's one of the first things you can get. You can get different colors. There's other panels you can get that if you want to change up the color, or you can get this wrap. I've got a video on this wrap right here. It's not too bad. I think it took about 12 hours to put on the total on everything. The windshield Mad Stat, and there's other type of windshields you can get. You can get the smaller ones, you can get them bigger. Phone mounts. I've got mirrors coming. You could change out the mirrors. You can plug this hole in here. I've got those. Been waiting on those mirrors for quite a while from from Sling Mods. You can change out the seat. Also got hard bags coming. I've been waiting on those quite a while to make it more of a touring model. Like it says, you can get these like at a blank. They're like a blank canvas, I always call it, and you can do just about anything you want with them. I've been trying to customize it for my wife and make it more comfortable for her, and done a lot of stuff to it. I probably put over $2,000 more into it. Give you a view of the front. It's pretty cool. Another thing, if you're thinking about buying one of these bikes, go through the rider education. Just go on the Can-Am website and just look for learn to ride and click on that. And there's courses, weekend courses you can take. You get your permit and your endorsement all in one weekend. Takes about 10 hours one Saturday and 10 hours on a Sunday, and they kind of split the days. Part of the day you're riding, part of the day you're working on the safety and your permit and all that stuff. But you get it all in one weekend. I think it's 99 bucks, and you look for the coupon code. There's a coupon code you can put on there just to get it for 50 bucks for the whole weekend. And I recommend getting that, going through that. They provide the Ryker or Spider for you to use, and you just train on that for the whole weekend. And then after that weekend, you come out and you can start looking for one of these bikes from Can-Am or used. You may find a few used nowadays. Last year you couldn't find none of them used, of course, because they was a new model. But if you're interested in doing two wheels, you know, this is what I'm more used to. I've rode these all my life. These are a little bit more fun for me. I can lean in the corners. It's a little bit more comfortable bike for me. I can go quite a lot more miles on a bike like this. Do 400 or 500 miles in a day. They also got training on these. Harley Davidson has a training course. They're about $250, $300 for the training for these. They've also got this where you can go in, you can sit on one of their bikes, and they have them on a dyno. You can get on there and they teach you how to switch the gears and all that stuff. Kind of give you an idea of what you're getting into before you start the training course, which is pretty cool. And I think if you're interested after you do that, you can get into the training course then, which is pretty cool. If you got good balance and you're not worried about stability and all that, you know, two wheels I think is the way to go. You don't necessarily have to get one this big. You can get one whatever they've got. I'd say the Sportster is probably one of their better models for beginners. They've got Softails, Harley Softails, which what a Softail is, they just don't have the shocks on the sides. This is a Softail here. The shocks are down there. You might be able to see it. There's two of them down there. They've got a really big line of Softails, and there's a low model. You can get a Softail low that rides really well. And they've got these standard edition Softails that are reasonably priced, around 13,000. And there's other standard versions. There's one with a fairing on the front. I think they're around 18,900. I think you can get Sportsters around 10 or 11,000. So Harley's got plenty of bikes. You know, people always think, well, you got to have money to have a Harley. Well, that's not true. I bought this bike, I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it from a Harley dealer in Louisville. I paid, I think it was 11,000 for that bike then. This is 4 years ago. The bike's 11 years old, but it still looks brand new. I've only had a couple of issues out of it. A really reliable bike, and a lot of your older bikes are going to be the ones that you're going to have to be good at working at. But these newer bikes, you know, they pretty much, as long as you're taking care of them, they'll take care of themselves. Make sure you get your maintenance and all that. And even when you get one of these bikes, if you get a Ryker, you have to get maintenance on these, and there's plenty of videos that show you how to do the maintenance, and I recommend anybody to learn how to do your own oil change and keep up with any of the maintenance that you got to do with them. I haven't had no trouble out of this bike. I hit a recall on that nut right there. I took it in. They replaced that, no charge. Pretty decent bikes. Let's see. The other thing I want to go over what I don't like about the bike. One of the things I don't like about the bike is these panels. I think these panels, well, especially the front hood, broke off a clip on that. If you're not careful, I never could get it to go on and on off of there right, and I know I was doing it right. This one side over here, I broke the little plastic clip on it. I had to zip tie it on there, and that's one of the things I dislike about this bike. We bought this 2-up seat to ride passenger, and me and the wife, we probably weigh about 450 between both of us, and that's probably the most you can ride on these bikes is with two people. And I was thinking with this Riley edition, the suspension would have been better than what it was. And
does it look like it's
for a passenger, having a passenger, it's still bottomed out here. Hit this right here. And I've adjusted that suspension and everything else. I've got a video and show you now how to adjust it. And I think if it was a little bit lighter, we'd probably been okay. Here's the pegs for that back seat. That Pills pegs come with that back seat when you buy that back seat. It's not too hard to install. I've got another video shows you how to install that and how to pop on the back seat. You have to have that max mount to put that back seat on. Another thing I don't like was the seat. I changed out that seat right there. That's the comfort seat there, but the other seat, I changed it out. Just tore my ass up after about riding it less than 100 miles. Even after you get a brand new seat like this, you still have to break the seat in to get it to where it's really comfortable on your behind. Probably 600 to 800 miles, and it'll start feeling a little bit better. But that stock seat that was on there, I just couldn't handle that. Plus I also wanted my wife to be comfortable when she started riding this on her own. Another thing, I didn't like these mirrors. Looks like Mickey Mouse ears. You know, I might get criticized for saying that. And I might leave them on there just for the safety reason for my wife when I get the new ones put on. I may lower these and position them a little bit different where she can see the cards on the side of her a little bit easier. I've seen some of the bikes do that, but if this was my bike, I would take them off of there. I don't much care for them. Like I said, they look like Mickey Mouse ears to me. The other thing I don't like about this, I guess with me being a two-wheel rider, is you can't literally lean into the corners. I have rode this really fast into the corners, and you know, it is fun. And I do lean to one side. It does kind of help you a little bit, but you can't tilt the bike or nothing like that when you're going into a corner. But it does corners pretty good. Put it in sport mode, and you can have a blast in the corners with this. Like I said, you just can't lean. But I don't have too many bad things to say about this bike. I think it's great for beginners or somebody's having stability issues with balance issues, what I meant to say. There may come a time when these two wheels are too much for me. A lot of times I have balance issues when I have Lori with me, and so like I said, these bikes here, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to put your feet down on the ground when you stop. They're planted on the road. You don't have to worry about your tires slipping on something like gravel or something like that. I hate riding on gravel on the Harley. This one here, I've taken it pretty quickly on the gravel road, and it does pretty decent. It's safe. Another thing I like about it, of course, you're still going to have cars pull out in front of you, and that's where the safety training course, a lot of that, you know, they teach you a lot of that stuff, and I recommend anybody take that. If you are looking into the two-wheel, I'll leave links down at the bottom of this video for Harley two-wheel training and the Can-Am training. But I recommend you get the training before you even try to buy one of these bikes. I bought this for my wife. I had to ride it home because I'm licensed. She never did get licensed yet. She's you'll have to watch my video why I'm riding this Ryker to understand her story and why we bought this bike. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'll have more content like this to show you, to kind of, I do modifications on this bike and on this bike. I do adventure videos hopefully pretty soon. Lori will be riding this bike and I'll be riding that bike, and we'll be doing adventure videos together. And like I said, just subscribe to my channel, and I sure appreciate it. Peace, guys.